Hey everyone, it's Xant. So, Bulwark sword event just dropped. Normally I film this like just as patch drops. Unfortunately tonight I slipped a little on that, so it's gonna be a little later than normal. Not a big deal, I don't think. Anyways, so as I do in these videos normally, I'm going to start by looking at the welfare, and then I'll switch over and look at the gacha stuff. So, first things first, let's take a look at the welfare. So, Sword Strike, what do you bring in? Okay, so physical down. Decently sized debuff too, considering it's a welfare. Oh, what were those tags? High firepower. Oh, it doesn't have the pro tag. Okay, well that's fine though. Close combat suits it. Enemy strong melee. Now, okay, there's been a lot of stuff going around about Big Xant being added soon as a raid. And, you know, I see against a large enemy. As far as I'm aware, the only time we actually fought a large enemy was in the story. And that wasn't really even a large, it was just bigger than normal. Like, slightly bigger than normal. So I don't really know how useful it's going to be for a large enemy. Thing is, too, right? It's also a very small percent. Now, it's cool, mind you, if we start seeing more large enemies being added in. Sorry for the cut. I left my windows open, and there was some noise out there. So, I've closed the windows. Back to the large enemy trait. Now, it's neat, right? Because we don't really have a lot to fight, or we don't have a lot of use for it yet, because there's not a lot of large enemies. If they start adding more large enemies, that'll be really cool to see more traits with this. This one in particular, in my opinion, even for a welfare part, is such a minimal boost. Right? It's just like, okay, it is level 1, it's not the max version, so it has a lot of room to grow. But even then, right? Whenever I see something reduces strong melee power, I don't really have good vibes about it. I don't think that it's a very useful skill to have on a part. But I like the against a large enemy, because with the big Xant raid coming soon, at least, you know, maybe we'll see some more cool. It's a lot like what I said when I was looking at the stuff from Wing Gundam, where it did better the lower armor you had, right? The enmity style builds. Same idea. It's a really cool concept, and I really hope they flesh it out going forward. Okay, so now that I'm done saying a lot of words to get a very small point across, let's move on to the hands. Wow, lots of buffs and passives. Okay, neat. I hope there's an EX skill in here somewhere. So the melee defense of your squad is increased. Okay, and that's a meaty buff too, because this is at level 1. It's really cool. Okay. And yeah, this really is going to favor your melee attack, as most arms do. Legs. Another large enemy. Now see, this one's nice. Melee crit. So crit rate is really nice in this, if it boost the specific type, whether it's melee, shooting, beam, whatever. You'll find that your crits really help with your damage output. So being able to boost your crit rate is really nice. And if you can boost it by a decent amount, going for lots of swings, 10 out of 10, I'm pretty sure that melee crit, melee crit would work for beam EX skills like saber swings and stuff, right? Yeah, it would. Of course it would, because those are melee skills. Don't mind me, I'm a big dumb. Alright. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. The backpack. Here we go. The big anti-ship sword. Again, it's... Could we please stop putting the good stuff on backpacks? Please. Oh my lord. Yeah. So it does damage D and B. Okay. And it raises your melee defense. That's weird. I would expect it to raise, like, attack or something, or reduce beam resistance on the enemy or something, not your defense, but okay. Not bad. Not bad. And then the namesake big fat sword. Yeah. God. It looks cool. Looks really nice. Maelstrom. Okay, so it has... Well, that's so weird. Why did they take the namesake of the sword and make it an EX skill, and then put a completely different EX skill on the sword? That just seems so roundabout, but whatever. Another B and D. Okay, so looking at all the stuff here for the strike, out of all the parts here, the sword and the backpack, in my opinion, are really nice because they actually have like decent EX skills for welfare on them. The other ones, I'd say the head is nice because of its buff. That's a really nice buff for your squad. In general, well, I guess rather I should say the head's a debuff, right? Yeah, protection hack. Yeah, so the head is a great debuff. The backpack and the sword are great EX skills. In general, the sword strike, I'd say it's okay. I have strong opinions on the on some of the stuff it does. I do not like the strong melee attack reduction, and the large enemy is well, all but useless right now. It won't be useless relatively soon whenever they decide to release the large raids. But even then, I can't justify bringing a 3-star welfare to something like that. If they started adding those traits onto higher tiered machines, probably. Alright, let's take a look at our gacha toys. What do we got? Oh man, does that model look sweet. Okay, and it's definitely geared for infight. Man, infighters are friggin' lit. Alright, what do we got? Okay, I like that. Skill Pierce boost. Nice. I find it weird that it has... Why do you have the heavy armor tag? Like, okay, if you look at the frame, like the top half of the frame, it looks like a meaty machine. But it's not. It's designed to be agile. Whatever. Okay, you know what? We're just going to ignore that and keep going. Okay. So, built for infighters, EX skill, Pierce 28%. Okay. I like that. Skill Pierce is always appreciated. And the tags... I don't like the heavy armor tag, but the close combat tag definitely suits it. Skill CD reduced. Nice, nice. Okay. Arms. Yeah, the hidden arms. Cool. So it does damage and reduces the target melee defense. So not only is that a very low percentage to reduce by, but it's only for single target. Plus side physical melee, A- D. Not a bad EX skill, pretty mainline, or not mainline, pretty mainstream for this game is the way to put it. Because pretty much all EX skills have this kind of a spread, right? It'll either have A or A-, the rare ones having A+. And I don't mean rare as in good, rare as in there's very few of them that do that. And then Pierce will hover between D- to D+. And then we have that one outlier that had the A and C-, which was mind-blowing. So that's actually pretty good. And that is a meaty melee attack on those arms too. Nice. Okay. The legs. Okay. Module category. There's a weapon type. You have like fist module, claw module. So that's what this is referring to. An EX skill piercing boost. Slow the heck down. Hold on. EX skill pierce, and that's the exact same as on the other one, isn't it? Come on, you. Ooh. So if you have an infighter pilot and you slap on a fist or claw module on this, wow, that really adds up. Wow, nice. Yeah, backpack. And shot. That's such a weird. Oh yeah, there we go. See, A+C. That is terrifying. And of course, they put the best skill into the backpack. Can you stop doing that? God. Anyways, so A+C. So that's going to be really hammering out the damage. Obviously, though, this is, from what I've gathered, a point-blank melee skill, so you really got to get up close, cuddly, and personal to use it. It could be a cutscene attack, I'd have to see it, but there's no way to demo these things. So, And then, obviously, the shot attack bonus. It doesn't suit the machine at all, right? It's definitely made to help your squad out, because this machine is purely just melee, which is good. From what I've come to understand by watching other people play and from conversations, melee seems to be just really, really strong in this, and it doesn't take very much to, I guess, abuse it. It's the best way to put it. The issue I've been having with shooting, personally, my long-range AI loves just spamming the special shot, like right at the beginning of a match, and just firing it into the atmosphere, and just sits there and takes a couple of hits. So the only time I can really let the game auto is when I completely can steamroll the mission. Anyways, enough talking about that. Man, that's a nice looking skill. Yeah, and the Onion Otate shield. So it can be on its back and its arm at the same time. Because of course. Yeah. And then Infighter bonus. That's not really that great. Again, right, I have a bias against strong melee power reduction. Okay. Decent stats on the shield. Okay. And that's that. So, taking a look at all the parts on the Sengoku here, the backpack is absolutely stunning at a first glance. That EX skill looks really painful. It's extremely balanced towards Infighter, and I like the arms because they come with a really nice skill, and obviously they have really high melee stats on them. The extra effect, though, leaves a little to be desired. But for the Sengoku Astray, I'd say overall it's a pretty solid machine. It's very focused on a specific role, and it has a very cohesive feel to it, I think is the best way to say it. And the best parts for it, going to be the arm, going to be the backpack. Those are just really nice. So, that's my opinion on this one. So, let's take a look at Shiny Boy. Another Infighter. Can't even get mad, you know? Yeah, projectile speed. Whoa. Okay. I don't recall seeing this on other units, so to me this is new, and I like new. Projectile speed boosted. See, this would be really fun with my PvP build, because my entire build is literally fight start, fire my GN missiles right away and win. Imagine boosting the speed of them so I can clear it even faster. Completely not necessary, but hilarious. Alright. Yep, standard. Not bad. Ooh, the tags. Okay. Okay. Good tags. Good tags. Super mode. Yep, to be expected. Okay. Enter super mode for enhanced combat prowess. All your stats get increased by a decent chunk. Okay. The start time is really high, but that's usually the way it goes for these extremely powerful aura type skills that last for a long time. Right? Especially this, right? The cooldown is 60 seconds and it lasts for 51. So if you somehow manage to have I imagine when we're fighting Zam and the really big raids, we're going to be fighting for a while. So that's when these skills, these abilities that haven't really seen much use, will truly shine. So I like this though. I like the buffs it gives. I really hope it also gives the golden aura, because that'd be cool. Or at least, do something dynamic with the armor. Shining Finger, not even surprised. Now is it Shining Finger Sword? Yeah. I saw the beam melee thing instead of a physical melee, so I assumed. Nice. Oh, they actually have lore style flavor text. Crush foes with your love, your anger, and all of your sorrow. Nice. I'm pretty sure that's the first instance of lore we've had in a skill. Yeah, I don't recall anything else. That's cool. Again, it's new. New is good. Ooh. And then it has a team buff. And I somehow completely missed the power and the pierce. Oh, what the wow. 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 A power B pierce. Those are the two highest letters in combination we've had yet. You serious? Wow. Okay, cool. And the feet, rapid thrust. Okay, so it's an application of the rapid thrust from the strike and stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. A-, D, standard, 6 seconds initial cooldown. Okay, nothing major. Standard stats, alright. How to say this nicely, it's refreshing to see a backpack that doesn't make me go, wow, this is easily the single best part of this machine. That's nice. Okay, so looking at all the parts from the Shining Gundam, 100% I recommend the arms. That is a terrifying skill, and I can only hope I'm never on the receiving end of it in PvP. The chest is really nice. That super mode ability is just looking hot fire. Really nice buffs across the board. Really nice. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to roll it though. I might go out of my way to suggest rolling for the arms because they have good stats on them, an amazing EX skill. Amazing. And yeah, the rest of the parts are kind of, they're not amazing. They're kind of standard for, you can find replacements in other suits and stuff, so it's not a big deal. But yeah. Not a bad machine. See, I find this really weird because the Infighter job does actually give you a passive, super armor. Granted, it's only when dashing and it's not passive. I made a video where I talked about the job licenses, the bonuses and stuff, so if you want to read up on that and see what each of them bring. So I find this is kind of redundant, because as an infighter you should always either be stun locking your enemy with melee attacks, or dashing towards them to stun lock them with melee attacks. They shouldn't really get a chance to catch you standing around, and if they do, you're not doing it right. So anyways, in general, the Sengoku is just very cohesive. All of the traits and the skills, just in my opinion, reading them, feel like they mesh together very, very well. And I would highly recommend the arms on this because the EX skill is really nice. And I'd also recommend the backpack because of the EX skill. And yeah, obviously the arms have great melee stats. And then for the Shining Gundam, like I said, the arms have one of the highest statted skills that I recall seeing. A and B. That's just mind-blowing. And it has a great chest piece as well with the Awakening Aura. So that'd be my kind of rundown of the two of them. Now, the pilots. Alright, I guess George is first. What do we got? Okay, so he's definitely... yeah. So that's really weird, right? Because he's... what the... is that Outfighter? Yeah. Huh. Weird. An Outfighter with really defensive style parameters. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Part traits, EX skill CD reduced. See, I like the EX skill CD overall reduction versus the initial CD reduction, because I find that this goes a lot further than initial, because initial only counts once, right? The first countdown. And once that's gone, the trait effectively just becomes worthless. Depending on your build, depending on your playstyle, things like that, it can be better. But again, when I'm talking about parts, I very much go over a general usage of them and a more, brand new player picking up or someone that hasn't played very long. And Patrick, same thing. Yeah. So he's a mid shooter. Really nothing to say. He's got kind of okay stats. For a 3-star though, I guess they're pretty okay. And power attribute, buff EX skill effect. I always find that that's just such a minimal boost, because if you have an EX skill that increases something by 30%, you're not getting 45% out of it, 30 plus 15. It's 15% of the 30% extra, which is so minimal, it doesn't even matter. Again, that's my comprehension of it. I don't know if anyone's actually clarified on that point or not, and as far as I know, we don't really have any true data miners to dig up formulas and stuff like that, so hopefully I'm wrong, because that just seems like the biggest friggin' waste. Anyways, I'd say George, not really on the you need to pick him up list. If you like him as a character, again, like I always say, absolutely don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Pick him up, tune him up, get him all up there and working. There's really, in this game, no such thing as a completely unsalvageable part or pilot. There's obviously just good parts, good pilots, and bad parts and bad pilots. But even if they're bad, you can still use them. It's not a big deal. Anyways, with that, I've pretty much gone over everything regarding the gacha stuff. I do just want to take a look at what else is available in the store here in case they added something cool. Okay. So, for one, I'm extremely excited because these are the Gundam Seed stuff, which is, the Omni, and, See, I find that really interesting that they decided to just add 5 versions of the Omni emblem, right? They're white, black, and colored. I'm really surprised that they didn't add more, but I guess, even the Morgan Ray logo would have been cool. Anyways, so really nothing amazing in here, same as standard fare. The one thing to remember though, they mentioned this with the announcement, is that there will be a quest released where you can only, they're called situations, and you can only use parts from this event. At least that's our understanding of it. So if you want to be able to clear the situation, you better get those strike parts as soon as you can and level them up if you don't plan on rolling the gacha. If you are rolling the gacha, make sure you fill in the blanks of whatever you can't get with the new 2 machines with the strike parts, and just get ready for that. No idea what the situation's going to be. We'll find out when we get there. Anyways, I'll wrap up the video here. I haven't done this in a while, but if you enjoyed the video, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all those things. It helps the videos get out there, really helps get exposure for these things so people can, just kind of stay in the loop and all that. Because I know myself, as I've said so many times, I don't get notifications for this game through the game. I had to set up a scraper to notify me for all this stuff. And it really bothers me I had to do that, but you do what you gotta do. Anyways, peace guys, I'll see you in the next video.